Aloha and Tashi Delay from Kauai Tibetan Buddhist Dharma Center. Here on the island of Kauai in Hawaii. We present this class every Thursday night, 6 to 8 o'clock, and recorded on our website, kauaidharma.org. I'm Lama Tashi. The purpose of these classes is so that people not only can get some practice information, but in the Tibetan Buddhist tradition, we base all of what we do in the Bodhisattva training on loving kindness and concern for the well-being of others. And that includes our environment. And the actual purpose of the practices is twofold. One, to remove the negative tendencies that follow us from one life to another and enhance what we call the positive aspects of our situation, our body, speech, and mind, what we think, what we say, what we do. And these three become the theme of body, speech, and mind, become the theme of all of the teachings of the lamas of the Tibetan Buddhist tradition, which actually dates back 2,600 years to Shakyamuni Buddha, was presented in India, then transferred to Tibet, then from there to all the cultures of the planet. But when we enhance our body, speech, and mind with these methods of practice, we are developing beyond the normal state of awareness. Now, this word awareness, all beings have awareness. Humans have awareness. But the awareness is limited to the I, me, mine type of consciousness. We call it the drama state. And in our consciousness, we have another state of awareness that is more intelligent. It's the best way to put it. And this intelligence has to be learned. It has to be activated. And so these practices with their various codes and pointing out instructions do that. Now, all human beings have Buddha potential. And that innate state, the word Buddha, simply means higher intelligence. And this intelligence is keyed on not only awareness of the absolute truth of the nature of your mind and everything, but also the awareness of that you know how to use it. We call that awareness with knowledge. And the knowledge is that we have two situations. The drama state, which is the outer world, is an illusion. And this illusory nature has to be dealt with. It has to be transformed. And the insight called awareness and the knowledge help us to do that. And the other factor is that our inner state, our mind, which is based on thinking and judgmental consciousness, that also is illusory. And so we keep these two illusory states in our practice. And we are constantly transforming them. Now, tonight we start with the altruistic motivation of the Tibetan Buddhist tradition, which is unique, that everything we are doing is for the benefit of everyone else. That's called ultimate generosity. But at the same time, we have relative generosity, that we can also alleviate the pain and suffering of people who are, I'll have to say, locked in to the judgmental mind, to the drama world. And so these two situations are for the practice purposes of bringing all sentient beings, our mothers, to understand their true nature and be liberated from this state of pain and suffering. And this altruistic thought, when we take refuge, is stated like this: in order to attain enlightenment for ourselves and limitless sentient beings, our mothers, we now altogether take refuge, and when possible, offer prostrations. Then we sound the Refuge Prayer, which is the support for all the methods of practice that we do. And that prayer goes like this: we go for refuge to all the holy lamas. We go for refuge to all the yidams. These are the deities gathered in our mandala practice. We go for refuge to all the Buddhas, those humans who have conquered their mind and gone beyond. We go for refuge to all this supreme Dharma. We go for refuge to all the noble Sangha, those who teach and practice. And we go for refuge to all the Dakas and Dakinis, who are the protectors and defenders of Dharma. All of these possess the eye of transcending awareness. Then we take refuge in the Bodhisattva training of the six perfections. And we say that prayer: to the Buddha, Dharma, and this Supreme Assembly, we go for refuge until enlightenment. May I, through merit gained from practicing the six Bodhisattva disciplines, accomplish Buddhahood for the sake of all sentient beings. And we chant these prayers in Tibetan. The altruistic motivation goes like this: Dang dang jowa nampe ta dang yampe sem chen tam che du di ne jung te ji si chen chu ning po la chi ki vardu. In the Refuge Prayer of the six supports, Galden Lama Dampa Nam La Chapsu Chio Yedam Shokor Gi Latso Nam La Chapsu Chio Sanjay Shon Dende Nam La Chapsu Chio Dampe Chur Nam La Chapsu Chio Kaupe Gendu Nam La Chapsu Chio Kawo Kanjo Chokyung Sume Sho Isheki Shendang Depa Nam La Chapsu Chio. In the Bodhicitta prayer of the six perfections, Sanjay Shodang Choki Shodang La Jechu Pardu Dagni Chapsu Chi Dagi Jinzo Jipe Sonam Bijola Tenjer Sanjay The three jewels of the refuge are the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. All Buddhists use those to engender devotion, honor, and respect. In the Tibetan tradition, we add the three roots of Tantra, the Lama and the symbols of the peaceful deities and the symbols of the protector deity. Those are called the three roots of Tantra. Then the six Bodhisattva disciplines of Bodhisattva training are, first of all, generosity. The second is morality combined with ethics and good manners. The third, patience. The fourth, diligence or perseverance in the first three, and in practicing the fifth one, meditation. And the meditation is combined with the mental process of using symbols that are to be visualized. And the sixth is insight itself into our innate state of awareness, which is called Buddha nature, or in the Tantric tradition, non-judgmental mind. And the word Sanjay in Tibetan means Buddha. San, the first part of Sanjay, is the actual practicing. And Jay is understanding the illusory nature of the outer world, which our body is connected to, and the inner world of our consciousness or mind, both of which are illusory. And once you fully understand this illusoriness and how to be okay with that, is the word J. And that applies to the inner and outer worlds. In Bodhisattva training, and this is Bodhisattva training school, these six Bodhisattva disciplines are embedded in all of the practice. Whether it be the Hinayana practices for healing, or the Mahayana practices of the Sutra, or the Tantric practices of the three Kayas. And this word Sanjay is your true nature. The one we develop, grow and develop from birth is called the relative nature. And it's not useful. It doesn't have the ability to develop the 32 major and 80 minor qualities of the Buddha nature of awareness. They're there, but they have to be brought out through practice. And once the practice is started, like tonight, we're going to start with the code of the three lights, breathing, pranayama, the breathing method, and then combine that with the 5 elemental healing practice. That whole start right there is to combine the ultimate state of awareness with the relative state of, of your mind just as it is. And use that to enhance your physical situation. And in the process, get the mind used to the illusory nature. And to do that, we used the imagination combined with meditating focus. So sit with your back straight, head slightly tilted forward, hands in a comfortable position, either on the knees or in the lap. Mouth closed, eyes, we say half open, or soft gaze to the space and light energy directly in front of your eyes, about 2 feet in front. With this position, then you are ready to meditate. And so we start with the 3 lights breathing technique using the code white, red, and blue. Bring your focus to your breath. When you inhale, imagine the air, which possesses the 5 elements, earth, water, fire, air, and space, coming into your lungs as white light. The middle breath, or absorption breath, which is also spontaneous, is visualized as red light flashing through every cell in your body, head to toe. Then you combine these 2 codes and visualize exhaling blue light as a powerful healing breath to the benefit of all beings in space. Again, inhale white light, visualize it filling your lung. Middle breath, absorption of red light to every cell in your body. Combine these 2 codes and exhale blue light to space, boundless like the sky. Then count 21 of these breaths using the 3 lights code. When you reach the 21st breath, take your focus off the breath. Combine the three lights and create a tiny particle of energy light as small as you can imagine in the center of your chest in the central channel of your life force, creating what is called a bindu or chakra. Hold your awareness on that point and see that tiny energy of light blend with the infinite light of boundless space. And for a few moments, simply rest in this natural state of spatial awareness. Be present. When you connect with this contemplation of space, by remaining in the present moment, there can be no idea of a self or soul. It is actually simply an irrelevant concept. And using spatial awareness, you come to understand it doesn't exist. It cannot be found, just like the present doesn't exist. Everything that you say, think, or do, the moment you do it, it's in the past, which means it's gone. Now again, meditate on the point in your heart chakra. And with your imagination, expand that point of light energy to create a small sphere of clear light. And then we're going to grow that or expand it into one of the 5 elements. And the element we're going to use tonight is earth, which is visualized as a yellow or gold 6-sided cube, like this. Now the 5 elements, earth, water, fire, air, and space, cannot be separated, but emphasizing one of the elements for healing purposes is good for any modality that we apply symptomatically. So visualize this small 6-sided yellow cube about the size of your thumbnail and label in your heart center and label it earth. Then visualize it to move out in front of your body and up before your eyes, 2 feet in front. From that position, imagine it to grow in size of a large room that you can see your physical body just as you are sitting inside. Walls, ceiling, floor, yellow light. And imagine this symbol of the yellow cube labeled Earth to grow in size to completely enclose a large area of where you're doing this practice. City, town, or here we visualize Kauai Island. Inside the yellow cube. And imagine to grow in size to completely enclose Mother Earth, including her atmosphere. Keeping imagination and focus together, expand it to completely enclose our solar system. Then visualize it to grow in size to completely enclose our galaxy, said to be 100,000 light years in diameter. Then again, move beyond the boundaries of your conceptual mind and merge it with boundless space. No meditation. Simply be present and relaxed in this spatial awareness. Then again, meditate by moving from this spatial state of awareness, inventing the cube, to again enclosing the galaxy. Reduce it in size to enclose our solar system. Confine it to just Mother Earth inside. And smaller to just an area about 50 miles in diameter of wherever we are doing this practice. Then bring the six-sided cube to just enclosing your physical body, bringing all the energy of the life force of the world around us into your situation. Then end the practice by bringing the symbol of the earth, six-sided cube, to its small original size, about the size of your thumbnail, in front of your eye. Bring it to chest level and into your heart chakra. Shrink it to a tiny point of light and allow that to disappear into basic space. The nature of our phenomenal world. No meditation. Simply be present in contemplating this state of spatial awareness. Then bring your awareness to in front of your eyes and spread it into your area of influence or practice. And dedicate the virtue of the practice and the results to the benefit of all sentient beings. Now, this practice of the three lights, the five elements, has actually been around for thousands of years. Originally started in China, in a system called Tai Chi Quan, and other names, and then in three areas in Tibet: Central Tibet, East and Western Tibet. And the reason I'm saying this is because my teacher, Kala Rinpoche, taught us this practice as a basis for all of the deity yoga practices. First of all, using codes of color, but most importantly, connecting to the five elemental situations. And how powerful these are. He related that this is what your mother created you out of these five elements, and that everything in the universe, same. So this primordial situation of the elements has a nature in the human consciousness of awareness of light. And that's why we use the color codes: yellow for earth, green for air, blue for water, gold for earth or yellow, like we just did, and white for space. Then we apply these 5 codes as an antidote of higher awareness that we connect to through the symbols of the mind of the Lama, called yidams or deities. And when we do this, these 5 categories are set up in such a way that they deal with all of the conflict of our disturbing emotional energy. And more importantly, they carry the antidote to deal with the cause of these emotional afflictions which cause us so much pain and suffering. So tonight, the loving kindness of the Lamas to us, to protect us from this world of pain and suffering, both inside and outside, is presented in 3 categories using 3 deities: compassion, insight, and power. And if one of these 3 is missing, then the development of higher awareness won't take place. And the intelligence of that will evade us. So when we use the term compassion, we use the deity Chenrezig, not separate from the 5 elements which are considered the consort energy, the Dakini energy. And Chenrezig is the basis of all the 1,000 deities of all the Sutra and Tantra practices. And the theme is always concern for the well-being of others, which comes under the definition of compassion. Altruistically applied and combined with insight and power. So we present these 3 symbols tonight: Chenrezig representing the compassion, which is shown here, in link with Manjushri, which is the insight and knowledge of how these 2 work together to produce power, which is, we call the protective aspect of these 2. And this is Vajrapani, the 2-armed Chenrezig in this mode, as a power symbol able to accomplish whatever is appropriate, not just beneficial for all sentient beings, but applied in a manner of appropriateness that we use the term common day win-win. When I say win-win, you and everybody, because there's no separation. And these three cannot be separated in any of the 1,000 practices. Now, insight without knowledge is kind of like lopsided. You have the awareness, which is what the insight is bringing out, but you don't have what is it, how to use it. And so we call these three the body, speech, and mind of all of the lamas, of all of the lineages of Tibetan Buddhism. So we'll start tonight with the forearm Chenrezig practice, which in the Kagyu tradition is forearms sitting peaceful on a lotus sun and moon seat, which means in the human condition. Emanating from an empty mirror, which is the real nature of your higher states of consciousness or awareness, possessing all the qualities of the Buddha. The 5 dhyana Buddhas is the crown, hands in devotion and honor to the teachers, the Lama. Left hand, a lotus symbolizing the compassion, which simply means for humans in the human condition. As a human, but illusory body. And the right hand holding either a mala or a vajra, symbolizing the direct methods of connecting to higher states of intelligence and awareness. The vibration of this illusory body symbol, which you use in place of your ordinary body for training, the vibratory sound of this all-pervasiveness is free. And free is translated as infinite light. No center, no circumference, like space. And from this basic seed of creation, with this practice, then the deity appears with 6 kinds of jewels wearing. Those are the 6 bodhisattva disciplines. And 5 colors of silks are connecting to the 5 elemental natures as the female aspect and the crown of the 5 dhyana Buddhas, 5 energy fields of states of higher awareness. And the easiest one to access so that you know and understand all 5 is free. The energy field of Amitabha Buddha, the nature of mind and everything is light. illusory. And you apply that illusoriness to your own mind and the world around you with this practice. Sit with your back straight, head tilted, mouth closed, hands in a comfortable position. Eyes focused to the space and light directly in front. And bring the focus to your body, speech, and mind, possessing the sounds Om, Ah, Hum. With these three sounds, the body, speech, and mind of all the lamas is presented to you, to your head, throat, and heart chakra. Then these three, Om, Ah, and Hum, combine in the heart chakra to produce, in this case, the Shri. And with that, you become Chenrezig. And you work on the visualization of the deity as it is shown in this tanka. But in a natural setting with the sun and the moon and the sky and the world around you, all natural. Mountains, lakes, streams, waterfalls, clouds, sun, moon, everything. Beautiful, like in Hawaii. When you can see yourself with this illusory body imaging, as it is, with the Shri in your heart center, then you project it to your mother who created you. And you see her sitting life-size in front as a mirror image of the deity. Then you project it to your father and all your relatives and friends and lovers, even adversaries, pets. And you think of everyone you have karma with this life as the deity. Then project it to the 7 billion humans on the planet today. Project it to all the animals in the ocean and on the land, infinite in number. Then fill your mind with this mandala of the deity Chenrezig as all the four spirit worlds filling space. Chenrezig. And in this pure land called Dewa Chen is your mind. When it's filled with this symbol of compassion, power, and insight, Chenrezig, then the heart mantra vibrates. And it vibrates as 6 syllables surrounding the Shri in your heart chakra. Om for the celestial world. Ma for the demigod, war god, heavens. Ni for the human world. Pe for the animal world. Mi for the deprived spirits. And Hum for the demon gods and goddesses. So now all these male and female sentient beings filling the universe in your mind are the deity's Mandala of Chenrezig. This activates your speech. And inside, the development starts of the 32 major and 80 minor marks of perfection of a perfect or mature human being. And these 6 sounds you say with your speech as you be the deity, project the mandala to all beings, and keep the tree blazing infinite light through your form as healing energy, which goes out to the world. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Tree. Now the tree is blazing with red on a white background in a 5-color sphere of light about the size of your thumbnail. And it indicates that your energy field is Amitabha Buddha, who sits above you in the sky. As a symbol for your inner and outer activation of awareness. And the tree in the light center is the vibration of that Buddha Amitabha energy field. And it's called the field of discerning awareness. So with this awareness, you're aware of the awareness of the relative and the ultimate nature of your consciousness, and how to activate this with compassion, power, and insight so that it's appropriate for everyone and the environment of the world around you. And the 6 syllables, each one a different color, when you sound the mantra with your voice, start to move clockwise with the letters facing outward. And energy light blazes off of them and the free and fills all the energy channels called nadis throughout your body, and then escapes to benefit the world of beings around you. And every being in your mandala, infinite in number, are doing exactly the same thing you are. Think like this while you sound the mantra. Om Mani Padme 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 Mani Padme Om 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 Mani Padme Padme Om Mani 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 Padme Om Padme Om Mani Padme Om Now this Chenrezig, emanating from the seed syllable Hri, which is a small Hri up here, is from the heart chakra. And when it generates this Hri, it can come in 5 flavors, 5 codes. Just like the 5 elements, the earth, water, fire, and air, and space have 5 color codes. Then we use that as what we call the female energy, the creation energy of the universe and our body, the world around you. And these color codes of these 5 elements, they're like Taoism. I mentioned Tai Chi Chuan. She was the founder of this in China. But in the Tibetan tradition, those consort or female energies are linked to 5 inner states of awareness, which all humans, actually all sentient beings, possess. And this interprets into higher states of intelligence. And the intelligence is the discerning awareness of the red code of fire. But in the element fire is the nature of how you imagine things and how you see things with your eye, translated into discerning awareness. That you discern that the relative world is not appropriate. For obvious reason. And then you move into the energy field of higher states of intelligence based on compassion, power, and insight, are the 32 major and 80 minor marks of perfection of a mature human being. And once you enter that energy field, there's no separation between the other 4. So discerning awareness, right away you see that everyone is equal. No good, no bad, no superior, no inferior, and no not knowing, no ignorant. And with this state of equality, these 2 energy fields, the red and the yellow, come together. Then when you say not knowing, you understand everything is the nature of voidness. Simply put, infinite light through boundless space, your consciousness and everything. Then apply that with the compassion of the Chenrezig Bodhisattva training. That's the action mode. And that can't work without knowing that everything is interconnected. There's no such thing as separation. You, your mind, your body, everything is one with the entire universe, in harmony. And so with these 5 modes, you become mature. And there's nothing beyond that. And I like that word, nothing. It's actually 2 words. No thing. And then we recognize that, which means rethink it, recognize. Cognition is awareness. And with this mantra of Chenrezig, the long life red Chenrezig appears from the heart of the Buddha Amitabha as Amitayus. And this is a 10th level Bodhisattva holding a bumpa, an empowerment base, which gives the long life empowerment of the Chenrezig and Amitabha Buddha as your Lama to you. And so I'm offering this with the mantra, same as the Shri and the Chenrezig's heart, but with the mantra Om Ami Rani Za Wen Taye Soha. Om, Ami, Rani, Za, Wen, Tai, Ye, 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 Soha. Om Ami Rani Zawantai 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 Soha. So whenever you need to generate this excellent state of good health that we're enjoying with these practices, on the physical, mental, and emotional states of our existence, and with the higher states of developing awareness, visualize your physical body as the red Chenrezig, Amitabha, a combination of Amitabha Buddha and the white Chenrezig. And this mantra, Om Amirani Za Wen Tai Soha, is wished for all human beings, wherever they exist on planets, anywhere in the universe, everywhere in the universe. Om Amirani Za Wen Tai Soha, Om Amirani Za Wen Tai Soha, Om Amirani Za Tai Soha, Om Amirani Za Wen 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 Tai Soha. The C syllable in Amitabha's Red Chenrezig heart center is the same as Amitabha Buddha and Chenrezig, the tree. Om Amirani Za Wen Tai Soha, 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 Om Amirani Za Wen Tai Soha. Now these two symbols of Chenrezig and Amitabha are generated to bring not only yourself quickly to maturity through practice, through being the deity, sounding the mantra, and extending this to infinite possibilities for limitless sensing being. We generate this long life practice of Amitabha because of the situation on the planet today of what they call a blizzard of viruses. And this is everywhere present in the human situation on this planet. today. So think of limitless sentient beings, animals, humans, and spirits as whichever one of these two compassion symbols of power and insight you wish to use in practice as your own true nature. And when you're accomplishing this practice with the sound of the mantra, 111,000 recitations of the mantra produces the effect. Then at the end of your practice session, implode your mandala into you of infinite sentient beings coming into you from every direction. You can think of them as each and every one your mother, or each and every one your children. But as the deity, they're illusory. And you can do this imploding of the mandala in stages. For instance, all the gods and goddesses of the heavenly worlds, celestial, all the gods and goddesses of the demigod world, war and war god, all of the deprived spirits, all of the demon spirits, all of the animals and all of the humans, or all at once into you. And you disappear your symbol of the deity into the heart mantra of the deity. And then those syllables starting with the Om, one by one disappear into the creation vibration of the, in this case, the free. And that circled with 5-colored sphere of light shrinks to a tiny particle of light and blends with basic space. No meditation. Simply be present. And contemplate the infinite light of boundless space. And apply that to whatever arises. Thoughts, body sensations, simply be present. Develop this state of present. And refine it with practice. It is the essence of your mind. There are 3 code words that we are training in when connecting to the present moment of vivid awareness. The first word is open. To the expanse of space as the Dharmakaya. Clear. This state of clarity is without judgment. And where thinking is not necessary. And naked. In the present, there is nothing to add or take away. Simply relax and be alert. The accomplishment stage of meditation is very useful for purifying the karma of your future. The creation stage of the practice of the deity is very useful for purifying the karma of your past, which follows you like a shadow in this life. And so between these two, the present is called the view, or Mahamudra, or many other names. But Lama Jamkun Kantra Rinpoche, who was one of my teachers, in this book of perfect clarity states it like this: view and meditation can be explained in many ways. But when sustaining the essence of your mind, this advice includes them all. Your mind won't be found elsewhere. It's just your present thought. Don't chase after that thought. Just look into its essence like space. You will find there is no duality, no observer, and nothing to observe. No thing whatsoever. It's empty. It is not a concrete substance. It is cognizance as it is aware by itself. These 2 points are not separate, but a unity. Nothing whatsoever, yet everything is experience. Simply recognize this point. And with constant mindfulness of practice, sustain this recognition, cultivate nothing but this, and let it remain naturally. You don't have to spoil it by tampering or worrying about being right or wrong. This ultimate state of luminosity is the Dharmakaya, unfabricated, extraordinary, natural, pure awareness. You will find there are many Dharma words in Mahamudra and Dzogchen, like bliss, the root of practice is included in these short words. If you search elsewhere for something better, the word Buddha is the only word superior to this. Don't be changed by hope and fear. Give it all up, and please don't be religious. Devotion and gathering the accumulations are the important methods of practice. For completely realizing this teaching, always concentrate on devotion to your Lama Guru. The Guru is the Lord of the pure vehicle of your natural mind to what is virtuous and appropriate. Om 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 Kri. This Dharma teaching is for you and me. The second part of the practice tonight is Vajrapani. Vajrapani is the two-armed Mahakala as the power aspect of Chenrezig. He is standing engulfed in flames, standing on your body. On a 32 black lotus, and he is, we say, navy blue, dark, almost black. 3 eyes, right hand holding the bell, left hand Vajra. He has a 5-jewel crown of blazing jewels, dressed in bone ornaments, jewels, and a tiger skin skirt. Wrathfully smiling with 3 eyes and hair blazing upwards. He is in the posture of dance. Right foot extended, left down. Visualize yourself as this power aspect of Chenrezig. And the energy of this, like the way the sun pervades our solar system to support life, this deity's energy pervades all the 6 realms of samsara, the 2 heavenly realms, the 2 lower realms of the demon worlds, spirits, and any planet where humans and animals take birth. The mantra seed syllable is Hum. This is the same Hum as the exhale when you receive the empowerments of the deity. It is also the same Hum of the medicine Buddha. It is also the same Hum of the Buddha Shakyamuni, who founded all of these methods and teachings. The mantra of 6 syllables, Om Vajrapani Om Hey. 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 And you've entered into the Vajra Buddha family of Aksabaya Buddha, which is above your head, of mirror-like wisdom. No separation. Om Vajrapani Om Hey. 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 Vajrapani Om Hey. Om Vajrapani Om Hey. Om Vajrapani Om Hey. The mantra sounds surround the Hum in his heart center, and it is stationary. The energy of both the mantra and the seed syllable Hum create the blazing fire dome of energy around him. Om Vajrapani Om Hey. 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 Vajrapani Om Om Vajrapani Om Hey. Om Vajrapani Hey. Om Vajrapani Om Hey. Om Vajrapani Om Hey. He has the power over any affliction, sickness, disease, any kind of sorcery, or anybody practicing religion with the wrong motivation, or any kind of harm for animal, humans, or spirit. Om Vajrapani Om Hey. 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 Om Vajrapani Hey. When you sound the mantra, infinite spirits from the mantras go everywhere. Take care of any situation. Accomplish whatever is appropriate. These Dakini energy forms you direct when you be Vajrapani and sound his mantra. To pacify, enrich, destroy, liberate, and create under any situation. Pacifying, enriching, attracting, destroying, creating, and liberating are the energy of this deity. Om Vajrapani, Om Be, Om Vajrapani, Om Be, Om Vajrapani, Om Be, Om Vajrapani, Om Be, Vajrapani, Om Pe. To end the practice, the deity dissolves into the mantra. The mantra dissolves vibrations into the home. And the home in a 5-color sphere of light expands as the totality of the Dharmakaya, the nature of infinite light throughout space. No meditation. Contemplate space. Whatever arises, that's its essence. Then with Chenrezig and Vajrapani, we move into the energy field of Manjushri so that these higher states of intelligence and awareness that you're evolving into with the power, compassion, and loving kindness of Chenrezig and Vajrapani together, you know how to use. This awakes your intuitive states of awareness. So that when you accomplish Mahamudra, the 32 major and 80 minor marks of perfection of a Buddha become your awareness program. So now visualize the sound D emanating from the Hri and the home as the body, speech, and mind of the Lama entering into your 3 places, marking your head with the Om, throat with the Ah, heart center with the home. Then these 3 come together in the vibration of this deity of Manjushri is the vibration of light itself. D, spelled D-H-I. It is also the code for the Nadis, which carry this energy through your physical body. Then you see light go out from the D to all Lamas, deities, Buddhas, and Bodhisattvas, and all the lineages of the Tibetan tradition, and then return into the D and you become Manjushri with the sword in the sky, blazing, cutting through ignorance with a Vajra handle. The left hand holding the lotus, stem of a lotus blooming by the left ear of the compassion of Chenrezig, with the sutra, heart sutra of Prajnaparamita on the lotus. Form is emptiness, emptiness is form. This condenses all outer and inner situations into one. With the body of Manjushri and the power of Prajnaparamita combined, so that you know and have confidence and gain realization using the mantra Om Ara Pata Nadi Soha. Om Ara Pata Nadi Soha. Om Ara Pa Sa Nadi Soha. Om Ara Pata 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 Nadi Soha. Om Pata Nadi Soha. Om Ara 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 Pata Nadi Soha. Om Nadi Soha. Om Ara Pata 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 Nadi Soha. And you as Manjushri, all sentient beings now become Manjushri in your mandala. You see the Vajra sword now in your heart's center, standing upright with the D on the blade. Then 6 Vajra swords laying flat, pointing in 6 directions, have the mantra on each blade. Ra, Pa, Sa, Na, So ha. Then the D, the vibration of light itself. And these 6 swords generate light to the 6 realms, the heavenly realms of the celestial gods and goddesses, 1 to the the war gods and goddesses, the demigod realm, then the deprived spirit realms of the lower realms, called pretas, then to the demon gods and of the hell realms, demon spirits of the hell realm, and the deprived spirits. Then you sound the mantra Om Arapasanadi. 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 And with the compassion of the Chenrezig and the power of Vajrapani, the Manjushri Mantra purifies all the negative energy of the arrogance of the celestial gods, the jealousy of the war gods and goddesses, all the ignorance of the animal world, all the neediness of the human condition, all the deprivation of the spirit, the ignorance of the animals purified, the neediness of the humans purified, the energy of the pretas never accomplishing what they desire, and the hatred and anger of the deprived spirit. So the greed and the hatred and anger, all of that purified in the lower realms, middle realms of the animals and humans, and the celestial realms of the gods and goddesses. With this mantra and you as Manjushri. Om Arapasanadi, 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 Om Arapasanadi. So the energy is shooting from the 6 swords with the D upright for you. Om Arapasanadi, 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 so ha. And all that purification taking place, all transformed to the intimate light of the D in your heart center. Focusing on the red D of the white background circled in a 5-colored sphere of light. The energy blazes when you sound the D through you like a supernova to infinite galaxies of beings throughout space. Sound the D. deep, 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 deep. D D D D D D D D D D D D D D D. Then when you move from the accomplishment stage of the practice, choose the deity of your choice. Chenrezig, Vajrapani, or Manjushri, according to your worldly states of awareness. To increase your loving kindness and compassion, Chenrezig, you increase your power, Vajrapani, over your mind, over your negative tendencies, to purify them. Or to increase your understanding. as you move into these higher states of awareness and intelligence. And blend them into the relative situation. To appropriately benefit everyone in our environment, Mother Earth. Then we dedicate the merit. I'm going to read from Lama Rinpoche's book, The Story of All of Us Simply Said. This is on the last page. This is his dedication prayer. By accumulating merit in this way, may all beings gain omniscience and defeat all the enemies that harm their body, speech, and mind. Thus may they all be liberated from this world of pain and suffering, which is like an ocean disturbed by the waves of birth, old age, sickness, and death. I dedicate all this merit that I may follow in the footsteps of the heroic Manjushri, who knows the true nature of everything and the essential nature of the mind, and also of Kunto Zangpo too. Through this virtue, may all beings gather the accumulations of merit and awareness. May they obtain the two supreme kayas of the teacher's body and the deity, which arise from merit and awareness. By the blessings of the three bodies of the Buddhas being accomplished, by the blessing of the truth of the Dharma itself being unchanging, and by the blessing of the wishes of the Sangha, that says, the unwavering, may this dedication prayer be fulfilled. May all the lamas have long life, good health, happiness, and prosperity, and may all their wishes be fulfilled. May all sentient beings be liberated from the causes of pain and suffering. May they all be set free in a state of pure insight, and all emotional transformed into occasions for spiritual progress. May they all be happy and well and obtain full realization as a Buddha in this life. Duchiche, thank you. Mahalo. Ewadi Nirduda, Chagya Chako Durdudan, Chowa Chigin Mapa, Te Salako Pacho, Sanjay Kusu Nimpacha, Ladon, Choni Maker Dimpachem Ladon, Kendu Miche Dimpachem Laki, Chita Gong Lam Ju Parsho. Aloha, Tashi Delay, have good dreams and be well.
Mahalo nui loa.
Thank you. Aloha.
Aloha.
Aloha. Happy